time.
Welcome back. I'm Cassie.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Shy.
And we are serving you the Realty in Realty. I have a couple Reddit stories that I picked out. We'll see like how many we feel like doing because they are on the longer side. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Ready for the tea. This is off of Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for buying a house with a different real estate agent instead of my sister? I am a 37 male. I still live with my parents. Before you grab the torches and the pitchforks, I did it to save money, pay off all my debt, tuition was a bitch, and saved enough, invested enough to afford a house with the help of a small mortgage. I haven't bought it yet, just made sure my finances were in order first. I'm single. I have a full-time job, healthcare, so I'm still working despite things. Oh, this is from 4 years ago. So COVID times. I never had a relationship, aka I'm a virgin. I'm a total geek who loves to play video games when I'm not working, watching TV and anime. My sister recently became a real estate agent and I sought her out to help me find a place and buy and move into. During our conversations about condos or bungalows, she would remark about how I'm making our parents worry about not having a girlfriend, or that I shouldn't try to make money so hard if I'm going to just retire and spend all day in a room playing video games or watching anime. I keep telling her that it's none of her business. I asked her if she treats her clients this way, and her response was, most of my clients aren't so stubborn and have a lifestyle fairly close to most people, so they understand what I'm talking about. She told me our mother asked for her to introduce some of her friends to me and quipped, I wouldn't do that to my friends. Clearly, she thinks I'm a loser, and I got sick of it. I told her I'm no longer looking to buy property, and I stopped talking to her. Instead, I found another real estate agent who behaves professionally, and I learned not to mix family and business together. My parents found out about this, and they are upset that I am doing business with an outsider instead of my family. My sister found out, and her condescension has gotten worse. I don't want to block her because that would be the end of family ties from my perspective, but I also hate her insults. To be fair, from society's standard viewpoint, I got a good education, a good job, no debt, I don't drink and smoke, and I obey the law. However, I spend most of my free time playing video games, watching anime, and I plan on never being married. So essentially, from my family and society's standpoint, I'm a loser. It's this nagging feeling that's gotten me down. Am I the asshole for buying a house with a different real estate agent instead of my sister?
I was gonna say yes at first, just based off the first line. But I think I understand where he's coming from. I mean, his sister definitely wasn't behaving professionally, and I get it, like that's your sister, and they don't seem like they have like a super like tight-knit relationship to begin with.
Right.
Nobody should have to, like, it's the biggest purchase you're making in your life. Like, nobody should have to deal with somebody being condescending and judging their life. Not everybody prioritizes marriage. Like, that's not important to everybody. There's a lot of people, there's like asexual people, and I mean, if so what, I mean, I'm not going to spend my life playing video games and watching anime, but it's not my business,
right?
As just a family member of somebody, or as an agent. That's not my business how they're spending their time or what their parents think they need to be doing. Like, this is my client, this is what they're looking at, this is what they want, and this is what suits their lifestyle, and it's my responsibility to find that for them.
Right.
Not tell them what they should be doing with their life.
Yeah. No, she definitely couldn't separate the family from, and like, I'm sorry, but like, why do they care? Like, maybe just because he's like never gonna have kids, so they're upset that like he's not gonna have kids, he's not gonna carry on the family name. That's like the only reason that I could see somebody caring about him being alone. Like, if that's genuinely what he wants, I mean, things could change. Who knows? Like, maybe he'll get older and he'll be like, oh, maybe it would be nice to have somebody with me. You don't know. I mean, he's 37. It sounds like he has his life together. He has his shit together. He enjoys his life. Like, shouldn't you just be happy that your kid is happy? Because literally, that's all anybody wants, right? Is for their family to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's the asshole. Yeah, I think based off of the title, it's like, oh yeah, you're the asshole. But then it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do agree. It doesn't sound like they're as close as they could be or should be or like whatever. I don't know. I don't know their family dynamic. But
yeah. It definitely sounds like the sister thinks she's better than him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to know like more context about her. Like, does she have a family? Like,
is her shit together, or is she just a new agent that's like, everyone I know should buy a house from me?
Right, but like if you're not gonna help him buy a house and you're just gonna shit all over him, that's not really doing your job.
No.
For sure. Overall vote is not the asshole. First comment is, or top comment, sorry. Not the asshole. Your sister was rude. You gave her fair warning and she continued to be rude. Buying property is a big deal and you need someone who takes you and your business seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And like all the other comments are basically the same. The second is not the asshole. And your sister is not worth your time feeling bad if she thinks that you're a loser. You have a good job. You're financially responsible enough to even afford a house. So that's far from being a loser. Video game playing doesn't hurt anyone or make someone a loser. My husband would much rather stay home and play video games than go out. In fact, he's playing one now. The world takes all kinds of people to function. Be you and don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like the situation would be different if he was like, hey, I want to buy a house and like didn't have any money.
Yeah.
But
right. Would you rather him be like, hey, I want to buy a house so I can bang mad bitches?
But I don't know, like I feel like that would warrant maybe just a little bit of nitpicking from a sister being like, you want me to help you buy a house but you don't have any fucking money. You live in my parents' basement. Yeah. You're 37 years old. Like, get your shit together. But like, if he has his shit together, mind your business and find
him a house. You're just judging how he spends his time and his relationship status.
Right. Yeah. And now you just lost a sale. So was it worth it?
Yeah. Like, why he should buy a bigger house because his parents think that one day he should have a wife and kids. He should spend more money and have more space for no freaking reason.
Right. Just to clean.
Yeah.
No.
And you can always upgrade. Like, you can start in a condo and then...
It's not like he's stuck there forever.
Yeah. No, forever.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. You buy it and that's it. You are stuck there forever. Okay. Moving right along. Another, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not wanting to do real estate?
Yes.
My husband is a doctor, and we are both interested in financial freedom. He listens to a doctor financial gurus like the white coat investor. Now he wants to learn how to purchase rental investment properties because he started following a married doctor couple, semi-retired, who teach this strategy to doctors. He is excited by the financial returns they and their friends have gotten. Their course costs almost $4,000, so I decided to do some research. What I learned is that their course is about buying properties and then forcing tenants out so they can make cheap self-repairs, then raise the rents a lot so only richer people can afford them. They were happy that the rise in interest rates means fewer people will be able to afford their own homes so they can raise rents. I told my husband this does not feel ethical to me. My parents were never able to afford their own home, and we ended up moving several times because of landlords raising the rent. Also, to make the most money, they said I would have to quit teaching and work on the properties. I do not want to quit my job. but my husband thinks that I am stupid because I could be making more money for us if I did real estate as my job. We are paying off his student loans, so we can't afford to buy the things that he wants to buy. Their course about Airbnbs opens tomorrow, and he is following me around trying to change my mind. I finally yelled at him to leave me alone, and he started playing WoW with the door open and screaming at the other players. I know we could make a lot of money, but I don't want to quit my job as a teacher. Am I the asshole?
So that's not real estate. Like, that's like a section of, like, that's a niche.
It's being a property manager, really.
Unless he wants her to get licensed so that they can.
But, like, which I totally get, but whatever she or they are looking into as a course, like, that's a niche in real estate. That's how those people are making money in real estate. So I think maybe if he is so smart because he's a doctor, they would realize that there are different avenues of real estate, because none of that sounds fun to me either. But
no, it just sounds mean. And I know that's like the world we live in, but
that's not all of real estate.
No, it's like property managing.
Yeah, like that's literally a niche. You buy properties, you flip properties, you up the rent. I don't
right, and you don't even need to hold on to them. Like, you don't need to be a landlord.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally buy the property, fix it up, sell it. Let somebody else be the landlord.
You can do real estate without owning real estate. And you can own real estate without doing real estate. I think they need to, I don't know. See, I feel like people just see people making a lot of money in real estate and they're just like, let's do real estate. Yeah. It's all money.
Yeah, well, and these people are definitely like gaslighting them. Like, it gives me like culty.
Yeah, definitely like they're selling the course. Like, that's the
$4,000.
They are. There's so many people who do that, all different like sorts for pretty much anything that you can imagine. There's people online who are not qualified to fucking teach anybody anything, selling some expensive ass course, and that's how they're making their money. Mm-hmm. Because they sold you on this fucking dream, and they're showing you, oh, look at everything we have, and this is how we have it, and look at all of these people and everything that they have, and this is how they have it. But really, they're selling $4,000 courses.
Yeah, you could go get your real estate license for less than that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need them. You could go to college. So there is an update. Thank you, Redditors. I hope I am posting this update in the right way. Many Redditors pointed out that this doctor couple makes their money selling their $4,000 courses, not on real estate investments. I sat my husband down and shared this point with him. At first, he was unhappy and argued. So I asked him to create financial models to show me how much money we are likely to make without a course of our own, and not the crazy success stories shared on the semi-retired MD website. I told him he needed to prove to me with evidence that this could work and how this would work to impact his student loans and our mortgage. I said I do not want to learn from doctors who are so happy to be slumlords, so find different people to teach him. He kissed me and said sorry. He acknowledged that he should be able to make a math argument to advance his case, and that he will look for another course that does teach people not to be slumlords. He is excited to put together the math for me and joked about making a PowerPoint presentation for me. I said I will have a bookkeeper friend check these numbers as well. Finally, I also said that screaming at WoW players is not okay, and that he needs anger management. This will take more conversation, but I will work on it.
Yeah, I think she went the right way with that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that she came to Reddit and asked advice, because her husband would have easily been manipulated into...
Yeah, but now imagine, or think about all of the people that didn't go through that process and just gave them the $4,000. Like, where are they now?
Yeah.
They probably don't have property.
What is that new documentary that came out on Netflix about the love cult? And they were They
I
were,
know what you're talking about.
I forget what it was called, but they were literally doing this. They were like, we'll find you. Oh, the love flames.
Yeah. Twin flames.
Twin flames.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll find you your soulmate, guaranteed. Look at all these happy couples.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to pay $8,000.
Yeah, it's crazy,
and people were falling for it. But
Crazy.
I mean, if you're in like a bad place, but he doesn't sound like he's in a bad place. He just sounds like he's desperate to get rid of those student loans.
Well, that, and I think he probably, like, teachers don't make that much money. They should make a lot more than they make, but like, he's probably in that mindset of like, I really want my wife to succeed and I want her to be financially free, and like real estate is the quickest way to do that, but like do more research, because that is a niche. That's not all real estate wrapped into one thing. Like, we're not just out here fucking slapping lipstick on a pig and selling it to the next idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not real estate.
No, for sure. I mean, good luck to them if they actually decide to do it. Okay, I have one more. Are we good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one is from Am I the Asshole? But it's a Would I Be the Asshole? And it's from 4 years ago. Would I be the asshole if I didn't open the door when a real estate agent comes to tour my apartment? So I have been renting an Airbnb apartment for 5 weeks, and I am coming up on the end of my reservation. I was not told when booking that because they're trying to sell the property, they would have people randomly coming to see it. I really hate confrontation, so at first I just passively let them visit until finally one showed up without any notice. I was pretty furious. I texted my host letting him know that I didn't want anyone coming for the duration of my stay. He called me later saying he understood and wouldn't have anyone else come visit when I am home. I caught him and once again clarified that I do not want anyone coming over ever, not just when I am not home. I have a small kitten with me and I don't want her getting out. We left it at that. 2 weeks go by and it was fine, but today I woke up to him saying people will be coming by today and tomorrow to visit, and I immediately texted him back as soon as I woke up and said that under no circumstances were they to come visit since I had let him know that I didn't want any more visits. He hasn't gotten back to me and I think it's a tactic, so I still have to let people in and I'm not budging. Would I be the asshole if I locked the door from inside, chain lock, and didn't let them come in?
It's not his property.
Yeah, it's not it's not even your permanent rent. You're in a short-term rental. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
not.
You got 24 hours notice. I'm pretty sure that's, or is that even a thing because he doesn't have a lease?
Yeah, it's a short-term rental. I mean, I think that it would have been respectful of the owner of the property to let the person know upon booking, like, hey, this is the situation.
Right. Yeah.
They should have done that, definitely, but still, it's not even your home. Obviously, it's not, you don't own it, or because it's a rental, but like, you don't even
and like, you
live
come
there
to
full
a
time.
common ground with tenants. Okay, give me Tuesdays and Wednesdays between this and this time, and that's when I will show the property.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the owner is being like that though, like having someone just randomly show up. That would
that's
right.
No,
and
definitely.
That's annoying. But I also think it's not his.
Yeah, you don't have the right. I don't think you have the right to say never at all.
Yeah. So there's an edit. I contacted Airbnb and they said I am completely within my legal rights to refuse entry to the property. The only time someone would be allowed in is if the host requests to come in to fix something that I have told them is broken. And even then, I can say no.
What state is this in?
It doesn't say. There's not really any context. I don't know if it's a he or a she. It's from 4 years ago, though, so things definitely may have changed. Because I can't imagine you being able to lock the owner of the property out.
No. It's weird, because some states have, like, tenant laws, but, like, if he's not even got a long-term lease, what is he considered? Like, yeah, he's considered a tenant, but or is he considered, like, a short-term renter? Like, it doesn't, I don't know. I don't think.
Not enough context.
If that's Airbnb's legalities, that's one thing, but I don't.
Yeah, Airbnbs aren't really real estate.
Yeah, it's like if that's their legal standards, that's fine, but they should
But
probably
I guess they are
check
selling it
But I think you should check with your
like
state
laws.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I'm like, I get like as an Airbnb, obviously you don't want your host just like showing up when you're renting.
Right.
But like the property is on the market, and like though it's shitty that the landlord didn't disclose that. I mean,
And who knows, maybe there's laws that you can't have your house listed on Airbnb if it's on the market.
Oh yeah,
like
he
I
could
don't
be
know.
Like loopholing, yeah.
Yeah. But I think yes, it's annoying, but this guy can't refuse access to this property.
Or shouldn't, at least.
Yeah.
I guess we don't really know whether.
Yeah, we can say
he can. I think it's rude. You know, it's not just the audacity. That's how I feel. I would never do that if I was in an Airbnb. I would just be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed if you showed up like.
Yeah, can we just make sure it's during these times so I can situate my kitten? Can you make sure nobody, you know, I don't know, can I be present even?
Yeah.
I do have a cat and I want to make sure it doesn't get out.
Yeah, like work with the guy. He's letting you stay in his house.
Yeah. Right.
Because not for nothing, if somebody wasn't letting me into my rental, I'd be like, okay, well, guess what?
You
gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be locked out of my property either. I mean, I get if you're being unreasonable,
but unfortunately, there's also so many states with like they're either landlord states or tenant states, and I wouldn't want to be a landlord because tenants have so many more rights.
Yep. The first comment is not the asshole. You rent a place for 5 weeks, and that includes the right to quiet enjoyment of the property. If you'd agreed to this at the start, then you'd be an asshole, but you didn't. That is true.
Yeah.
The second comment is, and no one should ever rent their house while selling it. You cannot live like a normal person while your house is being sold precisely because the real estate agents do make last minute visits. You're lucky when you have a week's notice, and it's not uncommon to getting showing requests just 2 hours before the fact. The host should have alerted OP of the situation before even booking and worked out some sort of deal if OP still agreed to it, which I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with the first part. I think you should still be able to rent your property if it's selling.
Yeah. Yeah, you just need to be open about it.
Right.
Like, hey.
That was definitely sketchy of the landlord to do. Highly disagree with that. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't ever be like, yeah, come rent my Airbnb. And then when you get there, be like, by the way, it's for sale.
Yeah.
It's pretty shitty.
Well, and that was probably his like plan, because had he told someone that, he probably in the past did tell people that, and they're like, oh, never mind, we're gonna go rent somewhere else.
So then he's not making money, but
yeah, I don't know. All the way around, it's a weird situation.
Yeah, not the best for sure.
But I think because it's a short-term Airbnb, that like throws a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like unknown into the
equation. I mean, I guess like going into it, if I didn't know that the house was for sale and I got there and then found out it was for sale and there was going to be all these showings, I would probably be like resentful and pissed too. Mm-hmm. So I get it, but at the same time, I just am a people pleaser, so I don't think I would ever be like, no, you cannot come in.
No, I just think it's rude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Maybe they are within their rights, but I still sometimes, I guess maybe it's just that I'm a people pleaser too. Like, it just doesn't seem like necessary or kind. I don't know.
Yeah, just like work with each other.
Yeah. Right.
I give you these days at this time. Can you please stay within those areas?
Yeah, you can definitely like.
I mean, I literally had to sell a property with 4 different tenants.
Yeah, I mean, multifamilies and stuff, and like,
and the whole time I'm like, let me coordinate with all 4 tenants.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Figure out when I can show this place.
Yeah,
because I had the same problem. One of the tenants was like, I literally have a newborn baby. I can't be in and out of my house all the time. And I was like, cool, give me Wednesdays from 5 to 7, and that is the only time I will show your unit.
Yeah,
you just gotta work with people,
right?
This guy sounds like he might have a little entitlement.
Yeah,
but we love the entitlement here.
So much entitlement.
Literally.
All right. Is that it? Are we good?
I think so.
That's the tea.
That's the tea in Realty. Join us next time. Like, subscribe, follow us on social media and Spotify. Bye.